Ever wish you could have a garden, but just don't have the space? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on something that turns that whole idea on its head: home vertical farming. It's all about bringing the farm right to you, no matter where you live. Really, picture it for a second. Crisp lettuce in the middle of winter, fresh strawberries in February, fragrant basil literally any time you want it. This isn't some far-off dream, you guys. This is the core promise of what we're talking about today. It's a wild thought, right? It asks us to just completely rethink what a garden even looks like. Forget about sprawling plots of land. We're talking about a revolution that grows upwards, transforming the very walls of our homes into these amazing, productive green spaces. So what is this futuristic-sounding thing really? Let's get into it, because honestly, it's way more accessible than you might think. The best way to get your head around this is that analogy right there, an agricultural bookshelf. I love that. It's perfect, isn't it? Instead of books, each shelf is holding a layer of plants, all growing in this perfectly controlled little environment. It's all about being super smart with the space you've got, growing up, not out. And this is why it's such a big deal. If you live in a city, or you're in an apartment, or you just don't have a backyard, this isn't just some cool gadget. It is a total game changer. It makes having your own productive garden a real possibility where it just wasn't before. So it saves space, we get that, but what are the real day-to-day benefits of going vertical? Well, as you're about to see, they're pretty darn compelling. It really boils down to three huge things. First up, a year-round harvest. Come on, since you're controlling everything, the light, the water, all of it, you're not a slave to the seasons anymore. Second, that space efficiency we keep talking about. That empty corner in your kitchen, that could be your new salad bar. And third, and this is a big one for a lot of us, it's just simple. A lot of these systems are basically set and forget. They pretty much do the growing for you. All right, so maybe you're intrigued. The next obvious question is, how do I actually do this? Let's look at the two main ways you can get your first vertical garden up and running. So when you're ready to jump in, you've basically got two paths. It's kind of like deciding between building your own custom computer or just buying a brand new laptop. The DIY route is awesome if you're a creative type and want total control. But for most of us just starting out, those pre-built kits are the way to go. They're smart, they're all-in-one, and they're designed for a super simple pro experience right out of the box. Now, a key thing to know is that most of these systems don't even use soil. Weird, right? Instead, they use methods like hydroponics, aeroponics, or even aquaponics. They sound super technical, I know, but don't worry. Most of the beginner kits you'll find use hydroponics, which is just growing plants directly in nutrient-rich water. And why is that? Well, it's the most straightforward and reliable method for at-home use. It's the perfect sweet spot between high-tech farming and something you can actually manage in your living room. So we've covered the what, the why, and the how. Now for the best part. What kind of delicious stuff can you actually grow in one of these things? Honestly, the variety might surprise you. We're talking a constant supply of leafy greens like lettuce and kale, fresh herbs like basil and mint right there for your cooking, even sweet strawberries and some types of dwarf tomatoes. Just imagine picking a fresh tomato from your living room wall to put on a sandwich. How cool is that? And this slide just lays it all out, the massive difference in quality. When you pick something and eat it minutes later, you're getting it at its absolute best. The flavor, so much richer, so much more intense. And just as important, the nutrients are all there. They haven't had days or weeks to break down while being shipped across the country and sitting on a supermarket shelf. So the personal benefits are obvious, better food all year long. But the story doesn't stop there. Your little home garden is actually part of a much bigger, more sustainable picture. Whoa, just look at this chart for a second. The difference in water usage it's staggering. So how is that even possible? Well, these are closed-loop systems, which means they just recirculate the water over and over again. They can use up to 90% less water than traditional farming. That means your little garden isn't just growing food, it's helping save one of the planet's most vital resources. And the positive impact just keeps going. You're slashing your carbon footprint because there are no food miles. Your food's commute is literally just a few steps from the wall to your plate. You're also cutting way down on food waste because you just harvest exactly what you need right when you need it. And of course, growing your own produce means you're gonna see a real drop in your grocery bills. It's a win for your wallet and a win for the planet.
So, look, this isn't some sci-fi concept from a movie anymore. It's here, it's accessible, it's super rewarding, and it's a sustainable way to really connect with what you eat. It puts the power of fresh, healthy food right at your fingertips. So the only question left is the one you see right there. Your own personal green revolution can start with just a single seed. So, what are you going to grow first?